When practicing mindfulness, we can recognize our emotions, thoughts, and actions clearly, enabling us to free ourselves from the suffering caused by delusions and misconceptions. In psychology, mindfulness is used as a tool to help individuals confront stress, anxiety, and mental disorders. John Kabat-Zinn, a researcher and teacher of mindfulness meditation, developed a program based on mindfulness, MBSR, helping millions of people around the world achieve inner peace. When practicing mindfulness, we do not merely breathe. Rather, it is a journey back to ourselves, recognizing clearly the factors that influence our minds. Both Buddhism and psychology emphasize that understanding and awareness grant us the strength to overcome the challenges of life. Dear friends, in Buddhism, karma is regarded as the result of all our actions, words, and thoughts. Every action leaves an imprint, a seed in the consciousness, and these seeds will germinate and bear fruit in the future. Karma arises not only from external actions, but also from the deep-seated thoughts within the mind. Modern psychology also has a corresponding concept, which is the unconscious. Psychologists like Sigmund Freud pointed out that the unconscious holds impulses, desires, and memories that we are not aware of. These factors continue to influence our behaviors and thoughts without our conscious realization. Both karma and the unconscious show us that what we do, think, and feel in the present affects our future, whether we are aware of it or not. Therefore, understanding the nature of karma and the elements of the unconscious mind will help us break free from the bonds of afflictions and suffering. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. There are only two mistakes on the path to truth: not going all the way and not starting. The first mistake, not starting, is when people are imprisoned by fear and hesitation. We often procrastinate because we are worried about failure or cling to our comfort zone. But the truth does not wait, and every moment of hesitation is a loss of the opportunity to move closer to enlightenment. The second mistake, not going all the way, is giving up when facing difficulties. This journey is not easy because it requires overcoming ignorance and inner transformation. Those who give up often do not realize that every step, no matter how small, contributes to the destination. Light your own torch. Rely on yourself. Do not rely on anyone else. Is a teaching imbued with the wisdom of the Buddha, emphasizing the truth that enlightenment can only be achieved from within each person. That torch is the light of wisdom and self-awakening. No one else can light or lead you to liberation but yourself. In the impermanent flow of life, we often rely on external lights to find comfort. But those lights are only temporary, like a light bulb in the wind. The Buddha taught that only self-reliance, self-effort, and mindfulness from the heart can help. Keeping silent is not a sign of weakness or avoidance, but on the contrary, it is the strength of self-control and emotional maturity. Being silent at the right time shows that you know how to control yourself, not letting anger or negative emotions dominate your actions. When you choose to stop and listen instead of responding immediately, you not only avoid unnecessary conflicts, but also create opportunities to understand more deeply the real cause of the problem. Imagine each argument as a battle. If words are weapons, then silence is a strong shield, helping you avoid wounds from harsh words, from uncontrolled outbursts of emotions. It protects you from mistakes that you may not realize in the heat of the moment. However, silence is not the final destination. It is just the first step for you to calm down and focus on resolving your inner emotions. Silence gives you time to look at and analyze the problem more clearly, instead of reacting immediately based on emotions. When you have control over yourself, you will see that your words are no longer a weapon to hurt others, but a means to heal, to connect, and build lasting relationships. Therefore, remember that silence at the right time is not only a way to deal with emotions, but also an art of communication, demonstrating maturity and wisdom in each person's way of life. Silence is not weakness. On the contrary, it is the power of self-control, a way for you to find peace among the noise and chaos of life. When you choose to be silent, you not only avoid words that can be hurtful or wrong, but also allow yourself time to think and consider carefully before making any decisions. But does it stop there? Does silence have a deeper meaning? Silence is an art, the art of listening and understanding. In a world where everyone wants to speak up, silence helps you become a good listener. You listen to your true feelings, and more importantly, you listen to the world around you. Many people think that talking a lot is a way to assert themselves, but the truth is, the wisest people are often the ones who talk the least. They choose to listen to understand, choose to observe to perceive, and choose to be silent to act effectively. Imagine in stressful situations, instead of reacting immediately, you take a few seconds to keep silent. Just those few seconds can change the whole outcome of the conversation. You avoid angry words, and at the same time, you can make the other person feel calm and mature from you. A good saying once said, "When you are silent, you control yourself, but when you speak, you let others control you." Not only that, silence is also a lesson in compassion. In Buddhist teachings, silence is a manifestation of understanding and compassion. When you are silent, you not only protect yourself, but also protect others from unnecessary harm. Sometimes harsh words only come in a moment of anger, but their consequences can last forever. Therefore, silence is not only an act of self-protection, but also a way for you to practice compassion every day. However, silence does not mean avoidance. True silence does not lie in saying nothing, but in knowing what to say at the right time. Choosing the right time to speak up is a form of wisdom. There are times when you need to speak up to protect what is right, to speak the truth. But even as you speak, let silence guide you, the silence of the mind, the inner peace that helps you speak from a place of sincerity and wisdom. Remember, silence is a gift. It helps you connect with yourself, listen to the true beat of your heart and the voice of your soul. It teaches you to slow down amid the hustle and bustle, to look deeper into the seemingly obvious. And most of all, it reminds you that sometimes, without saying anything at all, you can still convey a message more powerfully than any words. When you feel angry, one of the body's natural reactions is to increase your heart rate, tense your body, and lose control of your mind. Anger can make you do things that you may later regret and can also damage relationships around you. So how to control this emotion effectively? One of the simple but very effective methods that I want to share with you is to focus on your breathing. When you feel angry, stop for a moment, close your eyes, and start paying attention to your breathing. Take a deep breath, feel the air entering your body, hold it for a few seconds, and then slowly exhale. This process helps you regain your composure quickly. It's simple, but it can calm the anger that's rising inside you. Why is that? Breathing is something that we do automatically and without thinking, but it has great power. When you are angry, your body tends to breathe quickly and shallowly, which makes you more stressed and less able to control your emotions. On the other hand, when you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, your body automatically activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the nervous system that helps you feel more relaxed. It is like a pause button for your body and mind, preventing you from getting caught up in anger. In addition to reducing stress, focusing on your breathing also helps you become more self-aware. When you pay attention to each breath, you will no longer be caught up in negative thoughts, and erratic emotions. You will become calmer and can see things more objectively. Staying calm in difficult situations is very important, not only to avoid making mistakes, but also to preserve relationships. Anger can easily lead you to say hurtful words to others, but when you know how to control your breathing and mood, you can avoid those things. Remember that anger is not a bad emotion, but a natural human reaction. However, anger can make you lose your clarity, making you unable to think clearly and make wise decisions. By controlling your breathing, you can change the way you react to this emotion. In addition to having a positive impact on personal relationships, controlling anger also helps improve your health. Research has shown that people who are good at controlling their emotions tend to be healthier, with fewer stress-related diseases such as high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, and digestive disorders. When you know how to regulate your emotions, you not only improve your quality of life, but also help your body stay healthy and full of energy. Stress, whether from anger or other negative emotions, can lead to a host of health problems, so learning to control your emotions is a really important skill. When you feel angry, ask yourself, is there anything really important in this situation? Is my anger solving the problem? These questions help you see the problem from a different perspective, which can help reduce feelings of anger. When you are angry, your body can stiffen. Try standing up, stretching, and doing some exercises to relax your body. This will not only reduce tension, but will also help you regain your composure quickly. Try to redirect your thoughts to positive things. Think about things you love, activities that make you feel happy and comfortable. This will help you focus less on the things that make you angry. I want to emphasize that anger control is a long-term process and requires patience. You can't change overnight, but with consistent practice, you will see results. Start with simple steps, and over time you will find that you can control your emotions more effectively. Whenever you feel angry, don't forget that you can always regain your composure with just a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to stop and relax before reacting. When you do this, you will feel life becomes much lighter and more pleasant. In our busy and stressful modern lives, we often have to deal with strong and difficult to control emotions. Anger, anxiety, or stress are factors that often dominate our minds, causing us to lose peace and tranquility in life. But according to Buddhist teachings, controlling emotions is not only a method to help us overcome difficulties, but also a path to achieving inner peace. Buddhist teachings teach that, to achieve inner peace, the most important thing is to learn to control and restrain our own emotions. When emotions are not regulated, they can easily lead us into wrong decisions, losing clarity in thinking and action. Negative emotions such as anger, anxiety, or sadness can reduce the ability to enjoy peace and happiness in life. So how to control emotions effectively? Buddhism shows that the first step is to keep quiet, not just in terms of words, but to keep the mind from being disturbed by sudden emotions. The saying, "Speak less, listen more," not only applies to daily communication, but is also a method to help us calm our minds, avoiding letting emotions dominate our reason. One of the effective methods to help maintain peace in the soul is meditation. Meditation not only helps reduce stress, but also helps us gain deeper awareness of ourselves and the world around us. When we take the time to listen to our breath, to relax our minds, we can feel the peace that exists within us. Not only do we need to meditate, we also need to be patient and self-aware to practice controlling our emotions every day. This is not easy, but if we persevere and are patient, we will gradually be able to feel positive changes in our lives. Controlling emotions does not mean stopping to feel or denying emotions. but learning how to not let emotions control our actions and thoughts. An indispensable element in the process of controlling emotions is letting go. Letting go does not mean giving up everything, but learning how not to cling to negative emotions and thoughts. When we let go of emotions such as anger, jealousy, or fear, we will feel lightness and serenity in our souls. This is one of the most important things in Buddhist teachings, helping us find peace in any situation. Letting go does not mean it is easy. It is a long journey and requires us to truly understand the nature of emotions and not let them dominate us. Sometimes we will find it difficult, but it is perseverance and compassion that will help us overcome these challenges. In Buddhism, actions that come from the mind are right and compassionate actions. If we learn to control our emotions and keep our mind calm, our actions will become gentle and full of love. At that time, we will not only help ourselves find peace, but also spread peace to those around us. Controlling emotions can also help us avoid unnecessary arguments and conflicts in our daily lives. When we keep our mind calm, everything will become much easier and gentler. A word, a gesture, even a smile can ease conflicts, helping us build more positive and sustainable relationships. Controlling our emotions is not only about keeping ourselves calm, but also about developing wisdom and compassion. When we learn to control our emotions, we also learn to observe and understand what is happening in our minds. This helps us develop wisdom, gain a clearer understanding of the nature of all phenomena, and thereby make the right decisions. Compassion is also an important part of emotional control. When we practice compassion, we not only calm our negative emotions, but also spread love to everyone. Compassion helps us understand that everyone has their own difficulties and challenges, and we need to learn to forgive and love both ourselves and others. Emotional control is one of the first steps to achieving inner peace. To do this, we need to practice listening to ourselves, keeping our mind calm, and learning to let go of negative emotions. When we can control our emotions, we not only find peace in our mind, but we can also spread that peace to everyone around us. Let's start today. Be patient and persistent on this path, so that each day that passes, we get closer to inner peace and tranquility. In life, you cannot control everything that happens around you. Unforeseen circumstances, unexpected difficulties, and people acting in ways you do not expect are inevitable. However, the most important thing is how you react to them. This is the difference between a life full of anxiety and a life of peace. When you are angry or provoked, choosing to stay silent is not just a temporary act of avoidance, but actually a way to protect yourself. A wrong sentence said in anger can have unforeseen consequences, but a timely silence will help you avoid regrets later. We all make mistakes, and sometimes silence is the only way to protect our reputation, relationships, and happiness. The first step to living a peaceful and happy life is to realize the power of controlling your emotions. You can't change what other people do, but you can definitely decide how you react. When you feel angry, remember that silence is not a sign of weakness, but a powerful choice to not let temporary emotions dominate your life. In fact, silence can sometimes be more powerful than words. Words can sometimes hurt others, but silence in the heat of the moment gives you the opportunity to think more clearly, to avoid hurting yourself and those around you. It is an act of wisdom, patience, and most importantly, respect for yourself. In a society where people are always looking for ways to express their emotions immediately, keeping quiet when angry becomes a big challenge. However, that is when calmness and wisdom come into play. Being silent at this time does not mean that you agree with what is happening, but you are creating a space for your mind to calm down, helping you to see the problem more clearly. Keeping silent in difficult times will help you gradually learn to control your emotions, not letting external factors dominate. In fact, this not only helps you avoid overreacting, but also helps you develop yourself in a strong and sustainable way. The journey to achieving inner peace is not easy, but it always starts with small steps, and silence is one of the most important first steps. In addition, when you stay silent in angry situations, you not only protect yourself, but also show respect for others. Sometimes, silence is the best way to avoid escalating conflicts, helping people stay calm and find ways to solve problems more effectively. It is at times like these that you will realize that expressing your feelings or opinions is not always the best way to solve a problem. This silence, if maintained for a long time, will help you build a life with many positive and harmonious relationships. You will no longer have to face negative consequences from hasty words or actions. Instead, you will have the opportunity to think carefully and act properly, thereby creating a peaceful and happy living environment. And finally, always remember that life is not always easy, but you can control how you react to everything that happens. Let silence become a part of your journey to maturity and find peace of mind. When you know how to keep silent at the right time, you will find yourself becoming stronger, happier, and always steadfast in the face of life's challenges.